Oh yeah. Ooh, look at you. Are you drinking a coffee right now?
I am.
Look at
Because I'm
you.
getting old.
I don't even
used
have-
to like
Mhm.
the what's it called, the night would get late, and I'd be like, you know what? It's time to party.
Hell
It's
yeah.
time to drink. Now that the night's getting like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, I'm like, I gotta go. I gotta stay awake. Like,
Yeah.
This is difficult for me.
Oh, I love
Yes,
it.
I'm drinking coffee.
Nice. I'm actually drinking a beer for once because I already had too much coffee today. I had a pot of coffee and then a regular little cup of coffee just
Okay.
like an hour or two ago.
I heard you and Brian having the coffee chat last week.
Mhm.
Did I hear one of you saying you're not doing coffee anymore? You're doing more coffee? I'm trying to remember exactly what it was.
I'm trying to cut back on the creamer a little
Okay.
bit. I've been mixing up with like the no sugar, the sugar-free creamer rather. But slowly trying to make my way towards just straight black, you know.
Good for you.
So
Nice.
yeah, gotta represent the black coffee drink, and cut away from all that extra sugar, if you know what I mean.
You ever seen that like meme that goes around and says like, what number are you? And it's the coffee things, and it's like I'm always like, oh shit, mine's like the one on the very right, which is like all creamer. Like, this is embarrassing for me.
Oh
But
yeah. I mean,
that's my life.
I was like that too, and I think I'll have that habit sometimes of like pouring a little bit too much, and I'm like, oh, this is too much. This is just too much. But yeah, I do like me some coffee. I just got by the way, welcome back to the Wanger Show. This is episode 315. It's the podcast.
315, you say?
315. Show where friends come together, have a good old time, podcast, talk about all things, not just movies. What the flip? Who the flip are you,
No,
Jake
about
Paul?
Whatever.
We talk about whatever the hell we want. We're Bam Margera, except we're not on the run from the cops. Although I heard he turned himself
still on the run. Okay,
I heard
I
he's-
was curious
yeah.
about that. That was a while ago.
Yeah.
Okay,
He man, what a mess.
get better,
But,
Bam. Get
Yeah,
better.
just get better.
Yeah.
Like it's that easy. But
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. 315 podcast. Again, there, like, subscribe. We're pre-recording this because we're both busy on the Mondays. We're recording on a late Sunday, the Lord's Day.
Yeah. For heads up, guys, from me, don't be surprised if this becomes somewhat more common, just because me doing a live show while trying to get two kids in bed by like 7-ish is kind of difficult. So or we can like push the start time of the show back. Just keep in mind that scheduled start times and premieres and live shit might be changing every now and then because of this fucking guy.
Yeah, so it's not my fault whatsoever.
No, you're in the clear.
I'm in the clear. By the way, I just made your circle a little bit smaller so your shoulders fit so much perfectly.
Does it look good?
Yeah,
Nice.
it looks pretty good. Yeah, it's
great to be here in studio.
A little discolored. I mean, you're wearing the same shirt, I imagine, but
yeah. Oh, bless you. Do it again. Bless you. At 4? Oh man, get to double digits. Keep going.
That's it. 4 horsemen.
Okay.
4 horsemen.
Dude, I have such bad allergies, and like anytime the weather changes at all,
Oh right, yeah.
I'm sneezing the entire day, and I'm telling you, it's worse than having like a fever or a cold or anything like that.
Yeah.
Like it gets to the point where I can't breathe unless I like sneeze. It fucking sucks.
Ken went had one of his fire pits, and I felt terrible because I was like, I promise I'm not sick. This fucking weather is just the worst.
Goddamn open flame that's in front of me.
Well, all that, yeah. There's that too. It was like a kind of flashback to Scare Tag, to where it was like the hottest night of the year with the fire pit right in front of us. It wasn't nearly as bad, but it was giving me the vibes. There was a cool breeze though, at least. So
every now and then I'll see like one of the behind the scenes photos of that when we're shooting like the fire pit scene, and I'm sitting there and like I'm like, why am I in like shorts and a button up, like sleeves rolled up? I'm like, all right, because it was 115 degrees outside that fire. I'm like, oh my god, what a night.
And it is funny still looking back on it, and like no one's really sweaty in any of the takes. I'm so surprised. I'm sure if I like
it's the behind the scenes people, really.
Oh yeah, we were all dying. It's good stuff, but I did feel bad because I was like jamming tissues up my nose. I'm like, we're gone. I'm good. And then of course it gets cold again, and it's all a mess. But we got to do what we got to do to survive. But we were talking coffee earlier, and I just bought because my Keurig is like a duo. It's the one with the cups, the K cups, and then it also has the pot. I broke my pot like a long time, like months ago, and I never replaced it. And I finally ordered one, and I got it the other day, and I made my first brew this morning, and it was lovely.
Yeah.
Oh, I missed it so much. I drank.
Were you looking around? Anyone want some of this? I got a whole pot here. No one else is here right now. Okay.
Amber does not drink coffee, so it's all me.
I heard you talked about you wanting like a coffee bar or a coffee station.
Yeah.
I love that. I legit love that for you because it seemed like that's your happy place where it's like, this is my little station here.
Yeah.
It's all perfectly organized.
If I wasn't I don't know why, I just felt like, you know what, I haven't really drank. I mean, yeah, I haven't really drank in a long time, so I'm like, fuck it.
I was gonna have a beer with you tonight, and then I looked in the fridge and realized I didn't have any. So I was like, well, go in the coffee round.
Yeah, I mean, I would have, but that would have been too much. Like, I'll do the three cups, but 4. Yeah. I mean, I'll probably do 4 cups, but just depends. Like, I was doing some work stuff right before this. I was playing little video games after, so I was like, depends on how I feel after this podcast. Am I gonna do some more work, or am I just gonna go play video games? I don't know. We'll see.
Speaking of, I'm wondering what I might go see Guardians after this, depending on what time
really?
We'll see. I haven't seen it. Yeah, I don't know. This might be my first time going out.
I was just about to say, yeah.
Griffin's at a point now, like where it takes like 3 hours to get him to sleep.
Okay.
But once he's down for like 5 or 6 hours. So I think I can squeeze a little like late night movie in there. But we'll see about this. No,
you and Marissa sneak off with the baby monitor in your hand.
You would just leave,
yeah. Grant, you're the man of the house.
All we need is Wi-Fi of this theater, and we can connect to it and see.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay. I forgot where I was going to that. Video games. You mentioned video games.
Yeah.
Are you playing the Star Wars game?
I'm playing the Star Wars game.
How is
I am
it?
a
I would
Jedi
like to
Survivor.
I would like to consider buying it.
Did you play the first?
I played half of the first, and then I got frustrated because it was difficult, and I'm
very hard.
Getting older and bad at video games. And then I think Grant was born around the time, so I stopped playing video games altogether for a good period around that.
It is. It's awesome. It's pretty. It's more or less the same as the first, but just better. More fun. Fighting stuff. The story is super cool. I thought the first one was like solid, very very solid. This one's like up there for me. I think they stepped it up in a lot, and especially story wise, it seems like the first one wasn't like. I mean, it was a little like running into like the main story stuff, but not real. Like I don't know how far into Jedi Fallen Order the first game did you get?
I went to a bunch of different planets. I can't tell you what happened.
Did you go to? You went to? Did you do the?
I went to Kashyyyk.
Okay, so you saw like Saw Gerrera and stuff.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I did.
Right.
I did.
So
and I know and just because I've seen clips of what happens at the end and stuff like that, so that's why I think I'm okay to, I know what happens. So I think I can jump into the second one.
That someone shows up at the end.
Someone shows up, and then the villain does a different thing, and yes, I know all that.
Okay. So like stuff like that, like that's cool. That's like fun little fan servicey type of things, felt I always bring up Lost Stars because it's like that scene in Lost Stars where one of the main characters, like they're at like a ball and he runs up to his friends. He's like, dude, I just danced with Princess Leia, that kind of shit. I was like, that's kind of cool, I
can't believe I read that book.
Right?
It's a good book.
It's great.
A good book. I'm glad I read it, but I should take it back. Audiobooked it. Okay. I listened to it on the way to and from Collider back.
Yeah. Amber listened to that book.
Yeah, I think I bought it on hardcover after I listened to it too.
Yeah. I think that was at the height of when the new canon books were coming out, and I was trying to read everything, and then I just
you thinking stopped. That it mattered that you stayed caught up on everything. It's all gonna be interconnected, man.
Well, I never was like that. I was never like, oh, if I watch this movie, it's gonna pay off. Having read this book, they're gonna No, it was always an additive. It was always like watching the original trilogy. Like it's like, oh, cool. It's like cool thinking about the characters in Lost Stars. Like, oh, some of them are on that station right now, and some of them are dying. Like once the Death Star blows up, it's just cool and extra stuff. It's not like Catalyst where people. We're relying on the book.
It's necessary.
Yes.
It's necessary. It makes the movie better.
I once heard someone say something about a character from The Last Jedi, that they were disappointed in the character because they were nothing like the character from the book that they had read prior to The Last Jedi. And I was from some Princess Leia book that featured Holdo.
Oh wow! Okay.
And they were like, yeah, she was nothing like the character from the book, so it was a little disappointing. I'm like, that is ridiculous.
One takes seniority over the other there.
Yeah. I'll tell you afterwards. It's very funny and you'll laugh very hard. But it's still like that kind of thing. It's like it should be the other way around. Like it should be like reading the book should be just extra in addition. I texted Ken about Jedi Survivor And I was like, do I have to read the book before? Like, kind of as a joke. And he was like, well, there's some interesting stuff in the book. And I was like, there's a book? I was joking, but apparently there's a book.
There's a book for everything, man.
There's a book for everything.
There's a book for us. The Wanger Show book.
Yeah, I'll read the book.
Amazon.
Oh, that would be. We should do like a Wanger's like lore book that you have to read it in order.
Or like that's good. That's good to understand the podcast.
Yeah.
Or if we had like a graphic novel, like a one-off graphic novel that we can have somebody make, or like we can draw it ourselves.
I think we could like a prequel like graphic novel leading up, and it and it ends with like right before we record the first podcast, and one of us is just like hope.
Either that or like there's some like famous story from the show that we can like not animate but put into like a comic book.
Oh yes,
like that too.
Stuff that we've like told in the past that we can do as like flashbacks or something.
Yeah, or like the Lavender Farm or someone puking at my wedding, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like we can, there's gotta be something.
Okay, I like this idea.
Think about it. Yeah.
Our Patreon folks, I'm sure we have a lot of good drawers too that could help us out. Yeah. We can write the story, no problem. Okay. So Jedi Survivor, I think, is what I was getting to originally with my original point about Fallen Order. Is this one is like way more distant than like so far, as much as I've been playing a lot. I think I'm pretty close towards the end. But so far, no major like. There's like one. Well, I mean, there's characters from the first game, like some of your main crew that like pop back up, obviously. But like, there's no like oh, here's Jango Fett. I don't know, like Jango Fett's dead at this point because it's past. It's in between.
Or is he? Did you read the book?
Yeah, exactly. So no one's passed up, but they're doing some cool, interesting things, and I'm hoping I have like an idea of like where it could go, and because I think they've said they've wanted to do this as a trilogy. I'm assuming. So there's some cool things. I'm like, oh, that'd be cool if they leaned into this, and then the third game, it's kind of like this, but that's all wishful thinking and whatnot. But it's good. It's very, very good. It's a lot more open worldy sort of things.
Okay.
I feel bad because I was texting Ken and he seems to be very bored with the game.
Oh,
I caught some of his streams too. He's been streaming and he texted me. It's like I got bored, angry, and I just ended the stream. I was like, oh no.
I know I never did too many like video game streams, but I can't imagine doing it for like a narrative thing like that. Well, you know what I mean? Like I would do it to like kind of zone out, or like I'd play FIFA, which I've been doing a lot lately. Yeah. By the way, soccer, hell of a sport.
Football.
Oh my goodness. Football, sorry. Mm-hmm. But I would do like stuff like that, like which I know Ken's done sports games in the past too. But like, that's more
this one I think because there's a lot of like climbing and jumping and like this one's a lot more open worldy. Like there's like your main sort of like planet that you're on is a lot more explorable than like most of the planets on from the first game. There's a variety of different planets you go to. I think there's like 6 planets I think total that you go to. But the main one you go on, like there's a bunch of stuff to explore. And what's cool about this one are like the stances. Like it's not just like you don't just have like your single blade and then your double blade, but you have one with a like a sidearm. Like you actually get like a little.
You can have 2 weapons. You can have a lightsaber and a gun.
And like a pistol. It's not really a pistol. What do they call it? A blaster? Yeah, you can have like, and that's my favorite. It's so cool. You can have double blades, just like holding 2 blades on the side, and there's a crossguard one too.
Like the Kylo Ren one?
Like Kylo Ren, yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
That one's like a heavy one too, so it's like it does more damage, but your swings are like you're lugging like a giant, like a King Arthur type of sword. It's pretty cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll check it out.
Yeah, it's really fun. I know that there's some like tech issues. I hear like bad stuff about the PC, but on PlayStation 5, I've had a handful of like fuck you, like I've been stuck like in like a spot and I can't do anything.
Isn't that just every game that comes out now? I feel like this. Yeah, it's unfortunately the new normal. I think.
I saw someone tweet.
Except FIFA. FIFA, by the way, hell of a sport, hell of a game.
Well, yeah, it's rinse and repeat. It's the same thing every year.
The same code.
Yeah.
Update the uniforms. You're good.
Yeah, I can't remember who I saw tweet this, but it was a screen. It was like a collection of like apology statements from various video game studios.
That's great.
I think it was like Star Wars, Harry Potter. I don't know if Grand Theft
Cyberpunk was the
Cyberpunk was one of them. Like it was like 4 of them all together, and it was like you probably could have just like copied and pasted in each one. It's like
I remember being so bummed I forget who it was in our Discord, if it was Manny or somebody. Up until Cyberpunk was coming out, they were like so stoked about it. Like, I've been waiting years for this game, and then it came out and the disaster happened. I just remember thinking like, oh, I wonder how they're doing.
I know. I know, and I was generally excited for it too, and then all that stuff happened, and then funny enough, like I just kind of forgot about the game.
Yeah.
And then once the patch came in, I was like, oh yeah, cool.
It seemed fine once it started working.
Yeah.
That's
but
another game I never finished, man. That Fallen Order, Ghost of Tsushima, I never finished.
That's one too. Yeah.
Games are too long, or they're too long for me. Like I can only play for like an hour every night.
Yeah.
It's gonna take me like 30 days to beat a game these days.
Yeah, that's my problem too. I'll get if I get so swept up into the world, then I'll go off and venture off and do all the side stuff before I do the main story, and then I put it down. And then when I want to come back to it, I'm like, well, fuck, I don't remember anything from the story. Yeah. So now I want to play from the beginning. So I have been wanting to go back and play Ghost of Tsushima. And I might just start over on that one because I fucking love that shit.
Yeah.
Cyberpunk, I don't think maybe one day. I don't know. I really have to like.
You never beat that one?
Never beat it. No, I had my love affair.
You left what's her name out there?
Yeah,
in the digital space waiting for you.
Pat. I don't remember her name.
You don't even remember her name.
No, I got a new ship.
She's waiting every day for you to come home.
I know.
You don't even remember her name.
I have a new ship though. In Jedi Survivor, there are 2.
What's her name?
Marin.
Oh
yeah.
Well. That's
Cal,
a hot shit, man.
Cal and Marin, yeah, the fucking
man,
the Twisted Night Sister, yeah. You know they do some freaky stuff on that planet.
Oh wait, I thought the name of the ship was Marin.
No,
that's why I was like, it's a hot name for a ship.
Oh, I meant ship as in like the couple.
You're shipping people. I get it now. I thought your Jedi was boning his ship. Is what's going on here. I'm like, hey man, it's
the
Star
ship
Wars.
The ship is the Mantis. Is Mantis.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not as hot as the other.
No. But I'm sure in a galaxy far, far away, fucking your ship is quite
Anything
okay.
Can happen. Anything can happen.
Yeah. There are stories about people marrying their cars. You know.
You mean to tell me Lando didn't get down with the droid that he put in the Millennium Falcon?
Remember that? Yeah. There was like a joke about that in the movie, right?
Yeah. Probably.
There was also like. Wasn't there like an interview with Donald Glover where they're like, "Oh, could Lando be bi?" And he was just like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" And everyone's like, "Lando's bi." And it's like, well, he was just like, what's he gonna say? No, like, he's gonna read the situation. It's like, yeah, sure, why not? Who cares?
Look, I didn't read the book, guys. I'm sorry, I can't tell you everything about this character. But.
I can see Lando being a little bit of a freak, though.
Yeah,
you know. Well, what have we here?
You know what I never understood? Random Rian Johnson Last Jedi thing. How Rian Johnson, when he speaks about Han Solo, calls him Han. He says Han Solo.
And
people give him shit, and it's like Lando calls him Han.
Yeah, that's
I think multiple people have called him Han. We're moving on past.
No. I want to talk about this, and I want to talk about how Rian Johnson ruined Star Wars. I love The Last Jedi, by the way. Just have to preface that. But I was talking with Amber, talking to Amber about this because prior to Jedi Survivor, I think I had mentioned this on previous episodes before. Like, I'm starting to love Star Wars again.
Right.
You know, I'm falling into the anger leads to hate, hate leads to suffer. You know what I mean? I'm going down the rabbit hole. Because I watched Andor. Me and her were watching Obi-Wan because she'd never seen it. I actually not finished it yet, but have been watching like the whole saga from beginning, from originals to prequels to sequel trilogy. I'm like doing the whole deal.
Sure, you're back in then.
Back in. And while we were watching the original trilogy, and I was surprised she was actually watching along with me because she's like, these are boring.
No phone in hand. Watching.
I mean, she's on her TikTok and whatever, but she's tuning in.
No headphones in the phone though. So no earbuds or anything. So like she's listening to the movie at least.
Oh, well, Marissa put headphones on?
No. Well,
okay.
She's done that before for something. I can't remember what. Might have been this show.
Well, I mean, that's fair. I think we should
be doing it right now.
Yeah, she is. I was gonna say, like, part of our Wanger's budget, we should probably give all of our significant others like noise canceling headphones.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah, get little toddler sized ones for my kids too.
Oh yeah. It's only fair. But she brought some of that stuff up, like some characters called Han or Leia, Princess Leia. I always just saw that as like a Star Wars thing. I don't know why, but just characters pronouncing names, differently. Or
who gives a shit?
Like I think Luke calls Tatooine. Like he says it differently in like Empire Strikes Back. There's a great clip, and I'm not making fun of him because the guy went through hell, but Jake Lloyd. There's like a behind the scenes clip of when they were filming The Phantom Menace, and he calls Coruscant. But that's just because he didn't know how to pronounce it. Like George Lucas didn't tell him.
I might have thought that's how it was pronounced when I was a kid too. Yeah.
But it's just like it's just hilarious because I mean all these names are freaking hard to pronounce.
I think I called it like Coruscant. Coruscant. Like when I saw it pop up, that's what I would say. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's just a thing. I think it's hilarious, and maybe just Rian
Jedi
Johnson
Survivors. Yeah.
Leaning into it maybe. I did see though because there was the coronation. The coronation of the king.
I have a question.
Yeah.
What the fuck was that? What does that mean? What's going on? Did he die? What's going on?
No, the queen died, motherfucker.
Yes. And so they're putting him in charge.
Yeah. All hail the king.
Long enough. How fucking long ago did she die?
Yeah, it's been. I don't know what their process is. It's all, dude.
Metaphorically in charge all those months. Come on.
It's all very strange and cult-like, and like they need to move on from those old ways, man. Like that is. Well, I saw like Rian Johnson had quote tweeted because some people were saying that the king's like wardrobe looked like Snoke.
Yeah.
I build Snoke. And I don't know. It's all very strange. He seems so happy to finally, because I guess like when I think when like the king's mother died, he was crying about getting the crown, but the queen was still alive, and then the queen died, and he was like, "Fuck yeah, give me the crown, baby." I don't know how it all works. I don't know how. I've literally been. I've been in. I mentioned last week. I've been like obsessed with like World War II history. That I've been watching videos and like reading up on some stuff, and I came across a video about like the UK and like Scottish histories and like the UK politics and like the history of all. It's so fucking complicated. It's insane to the point where like the guy making the video is like, there is so much stuff that happens in between these like 400 years. I'm not gonna even go over it because it's bullshit. Like there's like so much crap that goes on. There's too much fighting. There's too much wars. None of this makes sense.
So there's no like straight through line of history. It's all just different things going in there.
It's a lot. Yeah. And the like, I don't know if like, because I found one channel that's great. It's called Oversimplified, that just kind of goes over a bunch of like historical events. There was that, and I forget the other guy's channel, but it was a similar kind of thing where he kind of breaks it down in layman's, but even still, he's like, I'm trying to like give you the most simple like explanation as how this all went down, and you might as well watch this video multiple times because it's just like there's too much shit. It's so much stuff. But yeah, so leading up to like all of this now, it's like I don't understand. This is kind of scary. Like it's weird that even when the queen died, like all respect to her and the family or whatever, but people like stop working for days just to like see her coffin driving. But like that's just so weird.
They shut down the Premier League for like a few weeks because the queen died, and I was like, oh wow, okay,
yeah,
I get it.
And there was a story recently of like a woman from the U.S. who's like obsessed with the U.K. that like flies to the U.K. for every huge British thing and like waits just to see the king drive by or the queen's coffin. Like she's been doing it for like the past 20 or 30 years or something like that.
It's fascinating.
I don't get it. Don't understand it. I think even
not gonna knock it. Hey, like what you like. Whatever.
Like what you like. I did see a video clip from a football game out there, and they were chanting like shove the coronation up your ass or something like that. It was like all in chant. They're like, they didn't give a shit. Yeah.
Oh shit.
So
man, it doesn't surprise me with like the convolutedness of the UK history, because trying to figure out how the Premier League works and all those leagues. And,
yeah.
Are you aware of this? Okay, so there's okay, I'm gonna sound. This is gonna for all soccer/football fans. I'm so sorry. This is gonna sound like a really stupid, dumb American thing right now. But I'm getting into soccer, right? Okay, getting into this stuff. There's Premier League, which is one of the top leagues. Okay.
Yes.
I'm not even gonna get into relegation and all that stuff. But apparently they play and then they do in-season tournaments that aren't connected to the regular season. It's like interconnecting other leagues from like Italy and Spain and Germany, I think is what's going on.
I think I picked that up in like Ted Lasso when they're like, it's just an exhibition game. It doesn't fucking matter. Like,
a friendly is what they call it.
Friendly. Okay.
It's so confusing. I'm learning this by playing FIFA. I'm like, wait, I thought I was in first place. What's this standing? What is this going on here? Oh, man.
I think that's
I'm learning a lot. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm gonna get there with you. Go Chelsea. All right.
I feel like, that's your team. I feel like that's where the joke in, you remember basketball, where they're like going through like the different divisions in the playoffs, and it's like, well, if the Western 9 back five goes up against the 9 or 6-5, and then they have to play, and they just go down this huge rabbit hole, and then you see like the giant bracket of all the teams. There's like a million teams on the list.
I literally asked in the Discord the other day, I was like, so is the Champions League more important than like the Premier League title? And the consensus I got was like, yes and no. And I was like, this doesn't help me. Like, come on, guys. What is their Super Bowl? What's going on here? I need to know. There's no playoffs in the Premier League. It's just like whoever's up on top at the end. And then there's these in-season tournaments that are going on too. It's wild. I'm dumb. I'm sorry.
With their Super Bowl, I thought their Super Bowl would be like the World Cup or something like that.
Yeah, but that's only every 4 years or so. But like, again, they have these tournaments, which I guess are mini World Cups for just Europe. Okay. I guess. But I guess those are like more prestigious, I think is what I think JB told me. It's all very, very strange, but I'm getting caught up. Go Chelsea.
Okay. Go Chelsea. Who's your favorite player on Chelsea?
Nice try, buddy. You got Captain America, who's Pulisic, I think is his name. He doesn't play much. I think he's hurt.
I think his name is Chris Evans, Cody.
Oh, yeah, but this is an American playing football, and that's why they call him Captain
America. Oh, well, how does that work?
They just recruit the best players.
Oh, okay.
That's the other thing. But yeah, so like Premier League is just full of like the best, and the other leagues too, I guess. They just recruit, like, so if you're one of the best American players, you're still playing over there because there's more money there, basically, as opposed to like MLS for the most part, I think is what's going on.
Major League Soccer, yes. Galaxy, go Galaxy.
Yeah. I didn't even realize there was another LA team. There's LAFC as well.
Yeah, I can't. There's Galaxy, and then there's
LAFC.
I can't remember because when Brian and I worked on that Becky G podcast, I think they're engaged now, but her boyfriend at the time.
Brian and Becky G?
What?
You mentioned Brian, and then you said Becky G, and I thought they were engaged for a second.
No.
What happened to Laura?
No, Laura's still in the picture, motherfucker. Cool. No.
Wedding's still on. Awesome.
Yes, wedding's still on.
Okay.
When we worked on the podcast, her boyfriend, Sebastian, was playing for a professional soccer team, and I can't remember if it was the Galaxy. I don't think it was. It's Sebastian. What was it?
LAFC. I believe it stands for Los Angeles Football Club. Again, football fans, I'm so sorry for this conversation that you're listening to. I'm trying.
I know nothing, so.
And I'm glad that Putin's buddy isn't owning Chelsea anymore, by the way. I made sure I knew that before supporting the club. Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. Mm-hmm. Well, what's Putin done? Yeah. He hasn't done anything wrong.
No, it's just, I can't.
The history of the Civil War.
Anyway.
No, the history of the Cold War is also a good one, too. Yeah.
Okay.
Check it out. Yeah.
Okay, I've only played Call of Duty Black Ops. I think that's all I know about
Some of it helps.
They cover everything there.
Yeah, if you Medal of Honor was a big one.
The numbers, Mason.
Medal of Honor Rising Sun, I think, was a big one for me.
Wasn't that World War II? Didn't it start with
Pearl Harbor?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was Medal of Honor. There were 2 Medal of Honor games I remember playing, and one of them you literally stormed the beach of Normandy.
That was Frontline.
Frontline, yes.
Too. Yeah.
Like that one was nuts. And then Rising Sun, which I think came out afterwards, or maybe before. I guess it would make sense that because that's how we entered the war, but I don't remember which one came out first. But Rising Sun starts off at Pearl Harbor, and then you take the war to the Pacific.
Right. Speaking of the Pacific, you were watching Band of Brothers. Have you watched the Pacific yet?
Cody, I am all done, baby.
Look at you go. I haven't seen either show, so this isn't going to be a great conversation. But
I should have like waited because I should have waited because I do want to talk about the writer's strike in a little bit, but the one thing that I think will be good about the writer's strike is that there's so much fucking stuff to catch up on. Like watching Band of Brothers and the Pacific would have been a perfect time, maybe in like 8 months from now, once we see the kind of effects of everything that's happening right now. But instead, I think I saw like one TikTok video and I was like, you know what? Because I've always wanted to watch it. I just never set the time to do it. And I finally did it. I binged all through Band of Brothers and I binged through all the Pacific. And then someone told me in the Discord that there's a new show that's supposed to be coming out this year called Masters of the Air. Yeah. Which will obviously feature like a lot of the pilots during all this stuff, which is awesome because Band of Brothers focuses on the European fight when we entered in 1944. The Pacific focuses when we entered the Pacific in 1942, 43, I think. It's right around there. And both, like, so when I watched Band of Brothers, I was like, fuck, these guys got it rough. Like, obviously, anybody that goes to war is going to have it rough. The way the show is set up is fantastic. They get little snippets of interviews from the actual veterans. Almost like every character from both of these shows are based off of real people. And they have all these true stories. A lot of it comes from various memoirs from the veterans that had survived. And it's all very fascinating. So watching Band of Brothers, I'm like, fuck, this is so brutal. You get a good sense of like how they handled it, like during and like a little bit afterwards. The thing that like that I think I hate to say that I love, but I think one of the great aspects about that show is the not just the casualty of war, but like sort of the almost like the casualty within like there's like accidents that happen during the war that is just like so fucking tragic. And it just like happens, and there's like no real buildup. It just happens, and like that's just part of war. And it's terrifying.
The randomness of it.
The pure randomness of it. Yeah. And they focus on huge like moments like the Battle of the Bulge, obviously storming the beach of Normandy for D-Day. And Band of Brothers focuses on the paratroopers, by the way, the guys that flew in either the night before or like early in the morning of D-Day. So we don't really like see them storming the beach of Normandy. Instead, we see them parachuting in like during the night and getting all scrambled, and them just trying to figure out what the hell is going on with like their limited resources and technology. So you have all that, and you also get like a tactical side and seeing how they strategized in trying to win the war and their battle plans. It's like Risk, like just fucking trying to conquer the rest of this land and trying to push the Nazis back further and further away. And all of it's fascinating. Literally every single episode is Saving Private Ryan. Like, it's insane. It's absolutely insane.
It was produced by Spielberg and Hanks, right?
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you hop over to the Pacific, which same thing. I don't think Tom Hanks had his hands nearly on this one as much as he did Band of Brothers, although he does narrate an opening snippet for every single episode. What's cool about this one is they also get testimonies from veterans, but then you also get archival footage, and then you get like they show you because the war in the Pacific takes place on multiple islands before they get to like Iwo Jima or Okinawa, and like it's basically them trying to like protect a variety of different islands and like near the Philippines. Like it's insane. So they show you like a map of everywhere or like where they're at, and then the like the worst thing about this show, and this is like not a critique, but this is like a reason why the show is good, is like this side of the war was far more brutal, and I never kind of really realized that, because they're in like tropical terrain, they're super limited on resources. The Japanese army were far more brutal and savage. Like they were like the Nazis were just fucking cowards. They just surrendered like the second they were like, oh fuck, we're overran, we're stopping. The Japanese just like they wouldn't surrender. They would charge at you and just die fighting. Like they would blow themselves up. There are some horrific fucking moments in this show, and this show does a fantastic job, and the actors too, just showing the trauma, because this goes back and forth from them fighting in the war to a little bit like on the outside, and then the whole last episode, like it's the penultimate ends with like the war ending, and then the last episode is literally the characters post-war dealing with this shit, and it's so fucking heartbreaking.
Who is the cast in this one? Because in Band of Brothers, it's like a who's who of all these people. You're like, oh, I didn't know that guy was in it. Oh, like, is there anyone in the Pacific that kind of stands out? This was what, 10 years ago when this came out? Like,
yeah. There was a long break in between. This one is sort of a who's who, but not nearly as many as Band of Brothers. Like John Bernthal is in the first couple of episodes. Rami Malek pops up halfway through the season and goes through the end. The main characters in this one are James Badge Dale, who I fucking love. Yeah. I think he's super underrated, and he's great in the show. Joseph, the kid from Jurassic Park. He's Joseph Mazzarino or something like that. He's like one of the main characters that goes throughout the whole show. I forget the guy's name, but he was Selena's husband in the movie Selena, who played Chris. Yes. I'm trying to think who else. A bunch of people, like William Sadler pops up. Tom Hardy was in Band of Brothers. Yeah, again, like Jimmy Fallon popped up, Band of Brothers. Simon Pegg popped up.
I know Seth Rogen auditioned for it because I think in like either the Superbad commentary or one of those movies commentaries, they were like joking about his audition, how terrible he was or something like that. Funny. But yeah,
and there's a lot of like smaller actors that you would recognize. Like the bully from Max Keeble's Big Move, like he's in it. We met that guy. He came on Schmoes back in the day. I forget his name. He played one of the Ninja Turtles. And then who was another big one? Yeah, those are sort of the main ones.
It's cool to see that there are some good names in there.
Yeah. No, it's a really strong, a really good cast.
Isn't James Badge Dale, isn't he the guy from 13 Hours who has like that great fucking trailer line? He's like, "Are you ready to die for your country?"
Yeah.
I'm ready to die right now. It's like, oh, I'm seeing this movie.
He's so good.
Michael Bay, you did it again.
He's so good in everything. Like he was in, I thought he was great in Iron Man 3. He was in, he had like the best stuff in World War Z. I don't remember. He's like in a very small part in that movie.
I don't remember. Yeah, I haven't seen that since theaters, I don't think.
But, I think he was in like a season of 24. I've been a fan of him for a while.
And a great name, by the way.
James Badge Dale. Yeah.
James Badge Dale. Hot damn.
Yeah. Anyway. And surprise, like at the end of both shows, I fucking bawled my eyes out. Sure. Like, just like, oh my God. Like I hate my country sometimes. God damn it. These motherfuckers, they went through so much hell. And, it's fucking terrifying, and just to think like the amount of like hell that they had to like go through, and like we're here talking on a podcast, like we don't have to deal with that shit, at least not now. So shout out to all the vets out there.
So the Apple one is coming out this year. Is that same team producing it?
I think so. Yeah.
I think Spielberg's producing it, I think, right?
At least. I think it might be another thing where it's like Spielberg probably doesn't have his hands on it, but he's executive producing it. Yeah. I'm not sure if Tom Hanks, because Tom Hanks actually wrote episodes in Band of Brothers. I think he like helped with some of the scripting. And then Colin Hanks shows up, of course. You name the actor, I guarantee that actor was in it. Like James McAvoy popped up in Band of Brothers. But
I know Butler's in it. Yes, Barry Keoghan.
I know those two were like the main ones in it. So
yeah. Oh, this is the Cary Fukunaga one, right? Okay, yeah, he's got some stuff recently, huh? That's right. Okay.
Well, was he? I know he was like attached to it. Did he actually like direct?
I think he's directed a good chunk of it, I want to say. But I don't know.
Yikes.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I know that one's in development for a long time, right?
Yeah.
When I was reading up on it. So, because the Pacific came out so freaking long ago. But
cool.
World War II. What
Good on you learning your history, man. I can't tell you when those dates happened, but I can tell you when
I know now. I know we've joked about it before, but World War II. I think I talked about it last week. Like 6 years in like one day. Like September 1st, 1939 is when it officially began. I think that's technically when Germany invaded Poland, or maybe Holland. I don't know.
No, it was Poland.
Poland, yeah. And then
I think that's what started it.
And then it ended when the emperor signed the surrender in September 2nd, 1945. It technically, like, I think most people consider it ending after the bombing of Nagasaki, because I think that was like in August. It was Hiroshima.
Do they get into the bombings in the Pacific?
No, there's like an offhand line, like, oh yeah, we developed a bomb and we took out a whole city. Okay. Yeah, that's about it. Which I am curious to see Oppenheimer like deal with all of that stuff, because there is I believe there's an element to his story of like rushing, like, hey, we need to get our boys home, like hurry up with this bomb. And then they're like, if we do this, like, it's going to change the world forever. So, so I am interested to see how that goes. But yeah, I was curious, like, are they going to talk about that? Because they showed in the Pacific, they showed the Battle of Iwo Jima, and it's terrifying. It is so fucking scary. And I like it's the openings, like almost every episode is the opening scene of Saving Private Ryan, like times 1,000. It's insane. It's crazy how like even back then, like there's some CG stuff obviously, but it looks amazing. It's so good.
Okay.
So check out those shows. Cool. Yeah.
Nice.
And look up World War II history. Go check it out.
The more you know, learn some things. Yeah.
Go and check it out. But yeah, so I binged through all of that. I was catching up on Dave. I haven't watched the last episode.
I made a mistake.
Oh, no.
So I watched the first 3 episodes, I want to say. And then I was like, you know what? I'm trying to save some money. I'm going to cancel Hulu. I was like, I could probably find another way to watch it. So I'm a few episodes behind. Okay. I got to figure out a way to watch those.
It's not a bad, I mean, it's not a bad way to save money, just to either
I'll get it again. I'm just like, you know what? There isn't really much on Hulu that I'm currently watching. So I'll cancel. I'm like, oh, fuck. I forgot about Dave. But
yeah, I think part of like the streaming service hop is a bit of the laziness. Sometimes it's just easier to kind of have it. That being said, like, my family will pay for, like, because they watch all the Showtime and like Paramount shows, which, by the way, I sent them a link about, like, oh, Kevin Costner's leaving.
Oh, your favorite. How did they take it?
They're like, oh,
was it devastating?
My dad was like, oh fuck.
This is going to change the fucking
This is going to change,
bro. Yeah. You got to look out.
Oh,
man.
But, yeah, so we all kind of share. Like, I think I pay for Disney Plus, Hulu, and I think Netflix, and then they do like all the other ones. I do Apple as well, because Apple TV is pretty cheap. But I think, especially with like, maybe how some of the writer strike stuff will happen, I think I might like stream hop a little bit more.
There's gonna be a big delay coming up, maybe. Yeah.
We'll see. And also, I think part of it would be like a little bit of a protest too, because if these studios actually, and I'm sure execs have had this conversation. I know they have. Actually, I saw a Hollywood Reporter article about them using like ChatGPT or AI to write like a first draft, and then writers come in to fix it up.
Yeah.
Which
that's bonkers. Well, they'd be paying the writers less. That's the whole point of them doing it. So they don't have to pay them from the start, which they'd be paying them more, basically.
Yeah. So like, like as much as I would love to go out there and like I just wouldn't feel right. Like, who am I? Like, who am I going to go out there protest?
They encourage people who aren't guild members to join them if you want to.
I mean, I had thought about it. It seemed kind of fun. I went into the office last week, and on my way back, I passed by all the studios, and I was just honking like crazy. I was like, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you saw them?
Oh, yeah. Cool. They were all out there, so I was just fucking honking like crazy. Like, we got stopped at a stoplight, and I started going, and then all the cars around us started honking. I was like, this is such an inside industry. Like, only these people. Yeah. I'm sure there are people driving by that are like, what's this about? Oh, we're going to honk. But I'm sure also just people driving by, they know. So part of my protest would also be like, you know what, I'm gonna skip out on some of these subscriptions, and depending on what movies come out, I'm gonna like look up the behind the scenes of it, and if I find out that like that there was some tampering of some AI stuff, and I just won't see the movie.
I don't see how, because it seems like such a non-budge thing for the writer side. Like, I can't see how a deal gets made without that just being completely vetoed. You know what I mean? Like, without them just agreeing to no AI being in scripts or anything like that.
Yeah, because how long did The 2007 one. It was like a year and a half or something, right?
No, the strike was I think a few months.
It was just a few months. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was longer.
It
than
was. I think it was the fall of 07 and into 08, I think.
No, it was Revenge of the Fallen.
Thank you so much. I missed that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because the way I think of it was The Office season 4 was cut short, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they did the first batch, but they still resumed that season eventually and finished it up. It was still shorter, but the fact that they filmed more episodes to finish it up proves that it ended after a few months, I think.
That's why I think it's so hilarious, because I bring Revenge of the Fallen because that's obviously one of them. That was literally a movie where I want to say, was I talking to Brian about this last week? I don't remember, but that movie, they wrote like a quick draft before the strike had happened because they knew it was going to happen. They turned it in.
I didn't realize. I didn't know that.
I think it's something like that where
it was around that time. It makes sense. Yeah.
And they shot the movie on that first draft. That's why the movie was a fucking mess. It's all over the place.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
That's great. Okay.
So,
that's wild.
Yeah, because I saw some TikToks like breaking down some of it, and then I started looking into it a lot more, seeing like what movies were impacted by it. So,
a bunch were.
And then Lost, obviously, famously.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see how long. I feel like this one might last longer. Unfortunately, I don't know.
Yeah, I saw what's his face, Zaslav, the WB guy. Like his statement was like, "Yeah, we'll get back to it eventually. You know, a love of working is going to get us back." And I'm like, oh, that's not the correct statement.
No, and I saw that like Disney was like, "No, we fully expect everyone to go back to work." And
yeah, they had a weird thing where they were talking to showrunners saying like, "You have to still work." And I'm like, that doesn't.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel I think it's going to hurt them badly.
I don't know, because it's so much different than it was back then, just with social media and like public pressure. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I'm hoping the studios will feel more pressure this time around to get it resolved quickly.
Yeah, because it's all over. It's all over.
With that being said, they all have a shit ton of scripts that they already have. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if they haven't made something, they like anything they have in development, they have. You know what I mean?
True. Yeah, they just can't have
so they can still make stuff if they wanted to play the long game like that.
Yeah,
but
they just won't have writers on set either.
That's all. That's true.
That's probably the biggest thing.
Yeah,
because I'm sure movies that have been in development prior to the strike that are maybe finishing up, maybe the writers had like left set or something like that. But anything that starts starting now is going to get impacted by it.
Yeah, there's some loopholes if they're filming in like England or in the UK area, because I think the crews of those
it's probably all the British
associated. I forget what the thing is, but like I know House of the Dragon is still filming. I think Andor is still going to be filming. There's a couple shows that they're filming overseas. That
I did see the Duffer Brothers tweeted out saying like we'll hold.
That made me laugh just because that show has just been delayed so much, and I'm looking forward to these kids being like 45 by the time the final season of this thing happens.
Yeah,
it's gonna be so funny.
Yeah. I saw a lot of the signs, like the picket signs, just super fucking creative. Like I saw one saying like we'll spoil the ending of Succession. Like I saw like Mike Flanagan. I saw he was posting about it. Damon Lindelof was posting about it. Like everyone. You're not gonna see a writer like unless they're like Max Landis. They're like, you know something.
There will be no major.
You know what I mean?
Writer like crossing that line,
right?
Yeah. You'll be shamed by your peers forever
for sure. Yeah. I say Max Landis because who wants to work with that guy?
I'll take the job.
Yeah. But yeah, I am curious. Like, how do you even fucking credit that? Like written by AI, or do they not credit that shit at all? You know, like to have the balls to.
You don't have to. That's kind of the thing. There's no robot you got to credit.
And also, what director would agree to do that too? That's the other thing. Because I feel like kind of what you were saying, like anybody that goes against it and just says like, yeah, you know what, I'll direct this script that was.
They're going to be shamed like by all of their peers for years if they do that, and whether the paycheck's worth it, we'll see. But yeah, I have faith that this is going to work out. We'll see how long it takes.
But it doesn't help when you have like the Russo brothers being like, you know, this tool is going to be helpful one day. I was like,
man. They got to stop doing interviews because they keep doing like little snippets. Like I read the whole interview of that and it's actually fine. He actually acknowledges that AI is kind of bad, but like, because they become targets for these little like aggregate things, you know, like people quoting them out just slightly, just so they can tweet it out on like discussing film or whatever, something like that. And it's going to get share it around. It's like, oh great, they said something dumb again. It's
yeah. Oh, it's like
I don't know.
Like it's anything with any kind of pull quotes, you know. Like I saw one when Bradley Cooper was talking about Guardians 3, and he said like the quote that was being shipped around, like it was like Bradley Cooper on DC, and he's like, "Oh, I'll go anywhere James Gunn goes," and it's like that's not the quote. Like he just says like, you know, like they asked like, "Is Rocket gonna come back?" And it's like, "Oh, we'll see. If James wants to do it, then I'll do it." But you know, but they put like, "Oh, he's gonna go to the DC just because of James." It's like, no, that's not what he's fucking saying.
Guys, they expanded the character length on Twitter. Like you can put the whole quote. Yeah, like just do the whole thing. You don't gotta get this reactionary little blurb. Okay, just journalism. Come on.
But this definitely affects TV writers, I would say, more so than, I mean, it's everybody, but like
it's both, but TV is like the most immediately impacted, especially like
that's what maybe that's what I mean.
And airs like the late night shows and stuff like that. But
it is nice to see all the late show hosts like being like, yeah, we're gonna stop, and then was it Fallon or one of them, or Seth Meyers maybe, it was like, I'll pay you know, the third week, because I think they gave him 2 weeks of pay. And then I think he said, "I'll give you for my own money. I'll pay you for a third
something
week."
like that. I know Seth Meyers is paying. I think Fallon is 2, but he kind of got called out before he agreed or something like that. I forget what happened there. Yeah. But yeah, it's wild. And then Corden retired just in time before the strike happened, apparently. But
yeah, I know we're all sad about that. Which, by the way, speaking of late show hosts, I've been listening to the Conan podcast recently because I haven't listened to it in forever.
Fuck yeah.
I'm just kind of going and choosing guests because I listened to the Charlie Day episode recently, and just kind of going back and listening stuff. Just lovely stuff. I miss that. I'm not a huge fan of how they structured it because it's very heavily edited. Not heavily edited, but you know,
I've come around on it.
They have like their segments and whatnot, and the co-hosts are fun. But just I love Conan. Big fan of Conan. But yeah, the writer's strike, it's pretty nuts. Hopefully they can get it solved. But we'll see. We'll see what shows are going to be impacted. Can't remember. Yeah, because you said House of Dragon is still going. I know Severance was having issues, but I don't even think that's a writer's strike thing. I think
no, that was a
production
thing. Behind the scenes issue.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Like what else could be? I mean, luckily Barry's done, so.
Yeah.
We don't have to.
By the time we're recording this, new episode's out. I gotta watch it.
Yeah, I gotta watch that one too. It's getting good. Last week was fucking nuts.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think what else.
Of the strike, or are we done?
No, just the strike. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But you know, treat your writers right. I don't know.
Yeah.
Be nice.
Treat your writers right, but put right with WRIT at the end. Nice little cute little wink there. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Christian, I have a game I'd like to play.
Oh,
played it before.
Okay.
This will be a quick one. It's not going to be a long segment here.
Okay.
But I was going to do this last week, but I wasn't able to make the show.
Yes.
As you know, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 just came out.
Yes.
But more importantly, Christian, a week before that, the critics got to see it. So we're going to play everyone's favorite game, Guess That Critic, Christian. Come on. When I pull all these quotes out, and you got to guess which one of these critics tweeted this out.
Okay.
You ready for this, buddy?
Yeah. Go for it.
This was right after the premiere. Or around then. Up first. Let's go with this one. Guardians of the Galaxy, I'm sorry, hashtag GOTG Vol 3 is a fantastic, all caps, send-off to one of the best trilogies in the MCU. 2 exclamation marks.
2.
The rocket-centric story absolutely hits every target in your heart. The themes of family and friendship seep out of every pore amidst the insanity here. It's the James Gunniest of hashtag James Gunn movies. Ooh. Who said that, Christian?
James Gunniest. I feel like, okay, can I get hints? Do I know this person?
Yes. This one you do.
Personally, do I talk to this person?
You have. I don't know if you do anymore, but you have in the past.
James Gunniest.
Think about the word fantastic in all caps. That's my clue.
Fantastic. Harloff uses fantastic a lot.
The person that it is said it all the time back in the day. And me and Adam would have a counter of every time he said it.
Fantastic. Perry?
No.
She's not.
It is John Roca, you fucking idiot. Friend of the show, John Roca. He's been on multiple times. Come on, Christian. Up next.
I saw him at Cinema. No, I didn't see him at CinemaCon. He wasn't there. I saw Jeff Snyder. Okay, yeah.
Hashtag Guardians of the Galaxy isn't just the best MCU trilogy. It isn't just the best comic book movie trilogy. Hashtag Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 cements hashtag GOTG as one of the best movie trilogies ever made.
Jesus. Statement.
Quite the hyperbole there.
Do I know this person?
You know this person.
God damn it. It's not really well written. It could be written.
You know
better.
This person.
I have to see it.
Be nice. Be nice. You have to see the movie?
No, I have to. Like, I have to, because
okay.
The way you said it, it's like, oh, that could have been.
If I do
better.
an impression of this person, it's going to give it away. Okay.
Well, you got to do it.
I can't do it. No. I'm just going to give you. Think of like excited and passionate.
Excited and passionate.
Those words.
Yes. Oh, Scott Mance.
No, good guess. Those Coy Jandro is who that was.
Okay.
Friend of the show, Christian. Come on.
Yeah, not well written.
Up
right
next,
better. Coy.
Simply incredible. I can't imagine hashtag Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 being a more perfect ending to James Gunn's trilogy. Every payoff, every emotion, every character journey, it's about as good as Marvel movies get. Funny, poignant, exciting. I want to watch it again right now.
That's well written. Good words, good use of words.
You also don't know this person.
Okay.
But you should, because they're a staple of film Twitter, Christian. Come on now.
Mendelsohn?
It's Jermaine Lucier. Lucier?
Okay.
Lucier? I don't know this guy, so I
might have met him before. I don't remember. I don't know. I don't think so.
Oh, shit, no. I might have to.
Did he ever come in? I don't know.
It's a great tweet. I don't think he ever came into Collider. We might have seen him at other events. Up next. This is a good one.
I love your excitement about that.
Hey, Southwest Air, you are the worst. Waiting at my gate and looked up to discover my flight is canceled without warning. No text, no email, no call. Just canceled, and we are all sitting here, and no one even made an announcement. This is why I always fly American Air. We'll never fly this shit airline again. Who is that, Christian?
There's only one person that is.
There's multiple that could be, but who do you got?
I'm pretty sure I know who this is.
Who is it?
Because is it the one person that constantly complains about airlines on Twitter?
This person does do it a lot.
Mark Riley.
No.
Oh, really?
It's not. Plot twist. Love you, Mark, by the way.
Sorry, Mark.
That was not Mark.
He does that a lot. He's like, I'm literally on the phone right now and tweeting him at the same time. It's like, what are you doing? Do we know this person too?
Yes. Yes, you do. Is it getting a little cold in here, Christian?
Oh, this is Frosty?
It's Frosty. Oh. Come on, buddy. That was his reaction to Guardians of the Galaxy.
I saw Frosty at CinemaCon. Had a lovely chat with him. Lovely
Did
man.
you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Up next. Wow. Hashtag Guardians of the Galaxy. Hashtag GOTGV volume, whatever. Delivers on multiple levels. Emotion, humor, and most of all, balance. This is a perfect conclusion to James Gunn's trilogy. Easily my favorite of the three and the best MCU film since No Way Home by miles.
By Miles Morales. They should have said that.
Mm-hmm.
A little generic. I mean, they all are, but
I'll give you a hint with this one.
Mm-hmm.
There's an image attached. It's a thumbnail image to a video, and the thumbnail face is this.
Okay, hold on.
I can do it again.
No, yeah. Okay. So, is the thumbnail to it an actual photo, or is it a screenshot of a thumbnail where you can see like the edges of the lines on the side? It's not quite perfect. It looks kind of rough and gross. And it's
talking about like the stroke or the border around the outline of the person. Yes, there's a rough.
Then it's Harloff.
rough outline around it.
Then it's Harloff. Yeah.
Friend of the show, Christian Harloff. All right. Up next.
It's too easy.
That we got there.
It's too easy. Yeah.
That was good. Up next, we got a few more. Hashtag Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is a lovely conclusion to the saga. Every single character arc felt fully rounded out and complete. The thoughtful storytelling reminded me that this is the only MCU trilogy from a single writer/director, and it shows all throughout this film.
Oh, there was a co-writer on the first one, but it was probably a rewrite or something. But
yeah, it was pretty much a rewrite.
You
know this person.
Very
well. You
should
know their words. Definite friend of the show.
Definite friend of the show.
Yep. Guest of the show.
Guest of the show.
Mm-hmm.
There's not that many.
Many times this person has been on the show.
Oh, okay. Say the quote again. One more time.
Hashtag Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is a lovely conclusion to the saga. Every single character arc felt fully rounded out and complete. The thoughtful storytelling reminded me that this is the only MCU trilogy from a single writer/director, and it shows all throughout this film.
Multiple times. Is it RB3?
It's RB3. You got one, Christian. You got one right.
I tell you, I hung out with RB3 and Dorian at CinemaCon.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, it was the best.
Love him. I haven't seen Dorian in years.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, it was so much fun hanging out with him.
Okay, but next.
We got drunk.
Up next. My Southwest Air adventure continues with me calling the airline and being on hold for close to 40 minutes. And when I finally connected with someone, they hung up on me before I could even say hello. I will never fly this airline again. Best part is I've been rebooked on a 4 p.m. flight that's already delayed to 6 p.m., which means it'll be delayed further.
What?
That's Frosty again.
Why are you tweeting that? That's just so ridiculous. Why?
Love you, Steve.
Why
Love you, Steve. Friend of the show.
He hasn't been on the show, though.
That
would be interesting. That'd be very
Up
interesting.
Next. What a trilogy. And this one has an emoji with the heart eyes and the smiling.
Wendy.
No.
Damn it.
Loved hashtag Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Picking a favorite Guardian after this movie feels impossible. One of the best ensembles of any franchise. I keep forgetting how much we should trust James Gunn's creative visions. Shame on me. Hashtag, at Guardians. Hashtag Guardians of the Galaxy.
Ooh, okay. Someone that would actually be like, hey, if I tag this, they can actually retweet it and I can get more attention.
I mean, we know this person, so maybe don't assume that.
I mean, that's
Be
the
nice.
why
nice
else?
now.
Why not be? No, it's a strategic way to get your tweet shared.
Okay.
It's Perry.
No.
Damn it.
Roxy. It's Roxy. Friend of the show.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense, though. Yeah.
All right. And finally, I got to pull this one up because it is a longer one. I got to expand it here.
Is it a multiple one?
Yeah. It's like, you know how the Twitter, it gives you longer.
Oh, okay.
Now,
Oh,
you know
yeah.
All right.
Do that? Okay.
Yeah. You can see more and it does a whole thing.
Oh.
Instead of, that's what I'm saying. They expanded the character.
You know, Elon Musk has really turned this website around.
Doing it right.
I think he's doing it
up
right.
Next.
Yeah.
James Gunn has done it again, giving you all the feels with all the hilarity. Bring your tissues because this movie is bound to rip out your heart. Rocket steals the show and makes you never want to hurt another animal again. But also, if you've done that already, what the hell is wrong with you? The Guardians are back and better than ever, bringing the funny and leaving you wanting more. An overstuffed and bombastic and annoying way to spend 2.5 hours, and I loved every minute of it. Halfway through, the lady next to me started choking on her popcorn. I totally missed the part where that might be a spoiler, so I'm not going to say it.
Mm-hmm.
This movie will make you go ah and oh at all the right moments because director James Gunn is a master manipulator at telling your dumb brain how to feel. 2 out of 5 stars.
Do we know this person too?
Yes, you do.
This is Jeff Snyder then.
No.
He would be snarky.
Keep trying. Think about it.
Do we like this person? No, I'm just not going to go there.
I sure hope so. Give you one more guess.
You can give me one more hint?
Very good pal of yours. You know this person very well.
Mark
I
Ellis?
saw the movie early. Oh, you said Mark Ellis?
Yeah.
No, you're wrong. That,
Yeah,
my friend, was Brian Perez. He texted me. I told Brian, I was like, text me the craziest fucking thing you can. So he sent me the giant thing. That was Brian.
Oh, that's great.
I think he actually liked the movie, by the way, not 2 out of 5.
Yeah,
stars.
he talked about it last week, and in a old school we titled the episode, and I completely forgot. I was wrapping up the show.
To the very end, yeah.
And Brian was like, "Hey, we haven't talked about this yet." I was like, "Oh shit, that's right."
Nice.
Amazing. Yeah, all mostly. No surprise. It's all fairly generic.
Yeah.
Mostly, we were talking about it last week a little bit. The social reactions are still very weird to me. It's
still a thing that happens.
You are saying your opinion, but you can't say your opinion fully. You can't go into details about your opinion. I don't know.
That's my favorite thing. I can talk about what I tweeted. Well, you tweeted your opinion on the movie. I don't understand how much more you can.
Yeah, they should limit
that,
how many characters you can put in a reaction tweet.
That's good.
Because some people will do the multiple tweets, and then they're just going on and on and on.
That's true. You're basically doing a full review at that point.
Yeah. But hey.
But that is what the critic elites thought of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Let us know your thoughts. I haven't seen the movie yet.
I've seen it.
Oh, what were your thoughts?
I saw it late last night, and I am still a wreck.
Really?
Like a wreck. I have a boner. No, wreck. It messed me up. Yeah.
I can't tell if you're being sarcastic or not. You actually did feel
I cried multiple times. Yeah, I teared up.
Oh, man.
I was by myself.
Okay.
So Amber and I were going to go together. We got a late night. We got an 11 o'clock showing. We had we've been having earlier dinners, by the way, because we're fucking old.
What, you think 4 o'clock?
4 o'clock, 5 o'clock
Yeah.
dinners, yeah. we went out to dinner. Then we were gonna be like, hey, you know what? We're gonna get dinner. We'll come back home, rest up, take a nice little nap, regain some energy, go out and see the movie. She was like, I can't do it. I'm staying asleep. I was like, all right, well, I'll go and see it. I'm sitting there alone on the aisle seat, just fucking crying up on myself.
Oh.
I'm like, I'm like, am I here? Like, there's moments where it just goes quiet and all you hear is just. It's fucking brutal, man. It's okay, brutal. So it's beautiful.
So you're the guy who loves Volume 2 a lot.
Yes.
Where does this rank up with that?
I go back and I think this one's I think it's better, but I still think I like the second one a little bit more. I also don't know how many times I'll actually I won't get into it too much, but there's some stuff I'll skip.
I heard there's some controversial stuff in here.
I wouldn't say controversial. It's very real,
tough to watch,
and tough to watch.
Okay.
And
with the animal stuff.
Yeah, it just heard about that. Immediately made me think of Drake. There's one moment I was like, oh my god, that's my son on the screen. That's Draco. You know how when parents watch movies and they're like,
I was gonna say,
they're like, as a father,
a baby scene
they're like, as a father, I relate this to me,
and you know exactly how that feels.
As a father of a puppy that I love more than anything, I know it impacted me more than Cody. You just won't understand. You just won't understand.
I don't know.
You have cats. Like. No, any person that has a pet or just has any bit of love for animals, it's just gonna fucking wreck you. But it's also incredibly weird and bizarre and not a typical way of how you finish off a trilogy. And I fucking I loved it. Yeah.
Okay.
The best villain that I've seen in a minute too. The dude who plays the villain is awesome. He's so good in the movie and just batshit crazy. It's still very funny. He still does the kind of undercut a serious moment with a joke. But I would say he does that for the first two halves, and then the last act is just goes hard and goes nuts, and it's just really, really good.
First 2/3 then.
Yeah, what did I say?
You said two halves.
Whatever. Yeah.
I had to. I'm sorry.
No. Yeah. The first 2/3 are very much like that. And some of the best action that I think I've seen too. There's one sequence that's just the best. It's probably my favorite action scene in any Marvel movie that I think I've ever seen.
Whoa!
And I've just got
you should tweet that. Get that engagement, bro. Get the engagement.
I can't do it. No, tweets don't mean anything anymore. If it didn't happen in a tweet, did it happen at all?
Buddy, I haven't tweeted since Twitter was supposed to burn to the ground in November, and I gotta tell you, it feels phenomenal.
I was looking. I randomly looked up your Twitter. And I was like, "What is Cody tweeting?" He has, you got your jokes. You have some funny.
I'm still active. If you go to my I like some funny shit because there's now I'm curating my feed to the good stuff, and I'm still on it. I just don't tweet anymore.
Okay,
but I used to be good at Twitter, and then I was like, you know what? They don't deserve me.
Yeah, Amber just texted me. You're too loud.
I'm too loud.
I am too loud.
Okay, got it.
What was I saying? Yeah, it's the same thing. If there's a bear, if a tree, was it a bear shit in the woods? No, it's if a tree falls in the woods, do you hear it? Kind of thing. Yeah. It's if you didn't tweet it, it didn't happen. It's no. Yeah. It's stop with your stupid internet brain. But yeah, no, Guardians 3. It's very good, very well worth seeing. I don't care where it ranks in your Phase 4 MCU list.
There's 30 movies.
I don't give a shit. I don't care if this is the best movie since No Way Home. It's just you fucking either you like it or you don't. Just grow up. I don't know. Yeah. I'm too old. I
think there's 4 or 5 Marvel projects now that I've missed, and I'm okay with it. You know what I mean? It felt like you had to be caught up with everything back
for
in the
a while.
Day, I don't really care.
Yeah, no,
I'm sure they're fine. I just when you have other priorities in life, it makes the other shit not that important.
Yeah, I have weirdly caught up with most of them, but I don't feel I think this one was the one where I was like, after this,
yeah, I want to see this one. Yeah.
Because I love the Guardians, I love James Gunn's work, and I just love that cast. I think they're all great together. I don't understand the hate towards Chris Pratt. He's fucking phenomenal in this movie. I mean, maybe there's some religious stuff, whatever. I don't care. He's not a terrible person. And so they cast him as Mario. Like, fucking get over it. I don't know. Like, I don't really care that much. He's great in this movie. And yeah, like all the generic tweets that we heard, like Rocket is the scene stealer for sure. And you know, it's he's my favorite. He's always been my favorite too, out of all of them. So like in Infinity War. And then in Endgame, when he was saved from the snap, I was so fucking happy. I was like, oh, yes. I didn't care about anybody else. It's like Rocket
you save that animal. Yeah.
That fucking trash panda gets to hang around with everybody else, and he's like the best part in Endgame, like all this stuff. So it's great to see some of his stuff. But yeah, it's a good movie. Go check it out.
Okay. Yeah, I want to.
Yeah. Go see it right now.
Maybe.
There are post-credit scenes. It's a very long movie.
It's almost 10 o'clock.
It is a very long movie.
Might need a third coffee.
Didn't feel long, though. I think this one's paced a lot better than the second one. I know people probably think it drags because it's just like all character stuff. There's that in this movie, but I think the pacing. I don't know what it is. Like his past few movies, and maybe even the stuff he directed in Peacemaker, his like style has amped up a lot, and his camera work is just like it's amplified, and he's doing some really cool. He does these like rig movements where it's like it's on a character and it'll like pan over to another one like mid conversation, and it'll do that like multiple times. I've noticed that a lot, especially in like he does it a lot in like the Suicide Squad. And then the holiday special, which I don't know if you ever saw that. It's lovely.
I did. It's fun.
Yeah, it's adorable. And then in this one too, like some really, really cool shit. Great visuals too. Good God. It's weird because like I saw Quantumania and I was like, is this finished? Like it was strange. It was Doctor Strange. And then I saw this and I was like, so where I don't know, like all this stuff looks great and I don't know. It's weird. But I also don't care that much. So
no, we need you to make clickbaity thumbnails with you being outraged, saying what's going on with the VFX department.
Dude, Cody, Brian and I were talking about it last week. If we just went full fucking hard and went negative, we'd be millionaires. We could just do this full time, just be angry. We can have a front. We can have a front of being angry, but then when we turn the cameras off, we're like suckers. Like we don't care.
I can't even fake it. You know what I mean? Like I can't fake being that outraged about movies. You know what I mean? I can't do it.
Yeah.
But I love the idea behind it. Making that money.
We can see. Yeah. Let's give it a shot. Yeah. See what happens.
I can do a good thumbnail face. You know what that would be? You know?
No, you have to be like the ones I've seen. It's just like.
Oh yeah, you got the gasp over the hand.
Yeah,
yeah, that's
and good. It's the same, and you use the same photo in every single one, and then you just put.
Do YouTubers just recycle the same 5 photos?
Oh, I think so. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I'm over here changing my damn overlay for this show every week on the chair.
Yeah, you just rinse and repeat the same photo, and then if you put Brie Larson in the background, fucking gold.
Maybe that's an April Fool's thing we can try. We could be an outrage channel for like one day.
We have to wait till next year, but
we got a lot of time to plan.
A long way to go.
Figure it out. We need more prank days throughout the year.
We do. Yeah. So we'll see. Yeah. So yeah, Guardians 3. Go check it out. I don't think I've seen anything else. I don't know. Did I talk to you about the Tetris movie? That was cool.
No, you like it?
Yeah, I liked it. That was good. So? I think I did talk about it. I saw you saw Cocaine Bear.
Yeah, it was okay.
Yeah,
that's what it was. That's right. I saw Scream 6. I did see
yes.
That. Yeah.
We texted about it.
Yeah, we did. We had a conversation about a film through text.
Yes.
That almost never happens. We usually do it for the show.
No.
Yeah, it was good. I don't think it's. I think it's my second least favorite Scream movie, if I want to put it that way.
Okay.
But I did enjoy it, and I had fun with it. I liked 5 a lot better, and I liked 4 and 2 better. But it's a good movie.
Yeah, no, it's very, very solid. Especially when we were talking in like that opening scene, I got very excited because it seemed like it was going one way, and it kind of went back to it. But I'm hoping because I don't think they've made any announcements about 7 yet. But if they do,
I'd imagine they'll still do it. But I also, and this has nothing to do with what's their name? I'm sorry, the directors.
Vanderbilt. Oh, the directors, the Radio Sounds guys.
Radio Sounds. Nothing against them; they've done a great job. But I think since they've proved that you can do Scream without Wes
Give
Craven.
it to other people.
I kind of like the idea of having new people have a take on it every time.
Yeah, maybe
so I'd like to see them. I also want to see them go on to do other stuff. I don't want to see them just do Scream movies.
Yeah, give other people who have voices a shot, like small YouTubers that that love the franchise and will do anything, especially during a writer's strike. Like we'll do whatever. Yeah.
If you're looking for anyone,
you're looking for anybody for hire. We can pretty much be your robots. Yeah. No, that's true. I know that they got announced for a Universal Monster movie. I think they're doing that next.
They have a few different projects in development.
Yeah. Well, they were. Do you know that they were attached to Cocaine Bear?
No, but I kind of wish they would have directed it.
Because I think it was. I think they were offered that either by like a friend of a friend, or it was something weird. Like I was listening to a podcast with them, and they I think they were like attached to Cocaine Bear. And then the studio Paramount came to them about Scream 5, and they were like, "Oh, well," because I think Cocaine Bear has been in development for a long time. I forget who. It was whoever the writer was. Like I think it was a friend of theirs that wanted to make it or something like that. And then they got Scream 5, and they were like, "Well, we can't fucking pass that up," and so they ended up doing that instead. But yeah, there's that little story. Now you know.
It's good to know.
Good to know. Yeah.
Forgot where I was going with Scream 6, but overall it's good, and I'm looking forward to seeing another one. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and also who's Vanessa? Oh, Vanessa's character, is it Tara, or is that?
Are you thinking of the main character,
or is it Sam? Which
Sam.
one's?
Sam Carpenter?
It is Sam, right? Yeah. Tara is Jenna Ortega, right?
I think so.
Maybe. Okay,
that's right.
But there was some stuff with her character that I was like, again. You know what I mean? Yeah. I was like, I feel like this was the same exact thing from the last movie. Okay. And they're also kind of setting up more stuff, but it all felt kind of the same. But also, I wish I was like, okay, then lean into that. Like, lean into that. They don't drop.
I just thought the sequences and kills in this one were really good.
Sequences, like set pieces,
yeah, stuff on the subway was really good. A lot of cool stuff in there.
The ladder stuff's great. But, it's also, I mean...
the ladder scene's good. Yeah.
I think the joke has been beaten to death. Like, who in New York has a fucking ladder? Like, in their small, tiny-ass
20-foot ladder.
Yeah. But who fucking cares? Who cares? Yeah. Also, Ghostface, just brutal. Like, Roger L. Jackson has, like, the best lines in this movie.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good. He's still... Like, you can tell he's still having a lot of fun doing the role. He's still got a lot of passion behind it.
Yeah.
You brought up the opening scene thing, and there's, like, very few things in movies that are like they get me more excited than like a Scream opening scene the first time you're seeing it. You know what I mean? Like where you're going to get a phone call. Oh, it's like it's a weird level of tension that like not a lot of franchises have. I think. And I love it every time. Great.
Oh yeah, like one, the fake out where the slice happens and then it just holds there because you're waiting for the cutaway. It's like, oh shit, and then the who gives a fuck about movies? It's such a great line. That's so cool. Also, I will say that's not minor spoiler. It's because it's the opening scene. But the only thing that took me out of the opening scene is when Samara Weaving got the call. It showed a photo of a guy, but then the voice came on,
I was like, that's not who that is. Yeah. There's something going on.
I instantly knew. Voice from, I instantly knew.
There.
But maybe that's just because of watching Servant so much. You see that actor so much. But good stuff. Sick, man.
And then, did you see?
I see?
Your wish was kind of granted regarding Blink-182, Christian. Did you see?
Cody.
They played some Skiba songs.
Cody.
They played some Skiba songs.
Was it you that was like, they would never? I don't know if you said that. No, somebody.
No, I think they would never be a 4-piece. Like, that's what I would never see happening.
Where does Matt Skiba live? Just saying.
However,
maybe pops on for a song.
I can see him popping in for like a special appearance on a show. Doing a full album with the four of them, absolutely not.
No,
but I can see him popping in like for a surprise every now and then, absolutely. Because I don't know, I like the way they've handled that whole situation. Tom's been really cool about it.
Yeah, it seems very, very cool. I know that they played 2 songs, but I didn't want to look any further because I am seeing them.
You're seeing them soon, yeah.
I'm seeing them next month, so I don't want the set list to be spoiled for me.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that they would play the same stuff because
it's
a lot of the times the sets it's the same, so I don't want to be spoiled completely. But that would have been unavoidable, like not hearing about that. it would have been cool live. Like, I mean, Bored to Death's not my favorite, but
I want to say Skiba's LA based. So if there was a time where he would pop in, that'd be kind of cool.
I would instantly like fucking video that, send it to you. I'd be like, really fuck cool. You, Cody. I want to wear a shirt that says like Matt Skiba for the win or some shit.
Yeah.
Like the only like huge. I'm not even like a huge Matt Skiba fan. I just like those two albums, but just for the joke. I wonder if Frank's going to be there. I would imagine he's going to be there.
I thought he said he was going to the San Diego one.
Oh, that makes more sense. More sense. Okay. Yeah. What if they played San Diego? Remember when we saw them? That was great. They played a bunch of stuff from California too.
Yeah, that was a good show.
Yeah, it's a bummer that they never toured with Nine, really, huh?
They did, but it was awkward. They toured with Lil Wayne, and like he dropped out of a bunch of shows, and it was just weird. And then COVID. They changed the tour that year to be the Enema of the State anniversary tour. So they played like most of that album, I think.
Interesting.
So it's like a weird tour where they didn't really like focus on Nine at all.
Yeah, because I feel like I have
a damn good record.
But, I was like, I'm sure I can look up some, but like, there's like a lot of those songs that have probably never played live, and that's a shame. Yeah. But I think I saw that they finished recording the album.
Yes, I believe they finished it right before they went off on tour, so it should be soon. Hopefully, we'll see.
We'll see.
By that, we'll probably 2 years from now.
Yeah, we'll see. Because June kicks off my concert. I have like 3 shows in like a week that I'm going to, and then I have one in August, and then I have one in October or November, something like that.
You're a wild man. You buy those expensive beers for me, all right? Get one of those $20 Coors and be like, this is for Cody.
Amber was like, you need to stop. And I was like, you need to I'm like drunk. You need to stop.
You need to listen to good music.
We were in a tattoo shop today because she was getting a second piercing on her ears. Oh. And I'm like,
you guys should get tats.
Well, we've been talking about doing it for the longest time. We have been talking about Draco tattoos actually, but just like getting tattoos in general, because I still would love a lot, but it's just a matter of like finding the right artist and doing that stuff. I
gotta pull the trigger on a tattoo and go for it.
Do it.
Like, cause I have no problem with it, but like I just don't have any. I don't know. I really haven't thought about it too much, but I like the idea of getting one.
Would you just do like a flash tattoo, like walk in and like whatever they have, or you want something specific maybe?
No, I'd have some sort of meaning behind it probably.
Yeah, because I've thought about like Pokemon tattoos and
that'd be kind of cool. Yeah.
Would you ever get like a band tattoo? Would you get like a Blink-182 tattoo?
I like the idea of it.
Yeah.
I have a buddy who has the logo on his shoulder.
Yeah.
Right,
I had a buddy in that I went to school with who had the logo like on his leg somewhere or something like that. Yeah. It's a cool logo to get.
Some cool lyrics you can get too if you want to go that route. I don't know.
A lot of Bible passage. Yeah. Upside down cross. Yeah. I did see when I was there, they had a Friday the 13th flash sale like a couple weeks ago or a couple months ago. And there were 2 what do you call it? Like gravestone heads. And they were like next to each other, and it's like it said like it's like something from hell, and I was like, oh, that's cool, like stare at me from hell or some shit like that. I don't know, some random. But
right under that was like for Sarah or something. Yeah. Like what the hell?
Oh yeah, then it was like February for Valentine's Day. There's a bunch of hearts.
There's a random pot leaf in there. It's very strange. I don't know what's going on.
I still my dream, and I don't know if this is gonna be possible. I do have a lot of hair on my arm, so that would suck too. But I do want to get my whole arm done just of Godzilla stuff.
Oh,
just like Godzilla.
You'd look great with a sleeve, dude.
I would like even the Flash stuff that I was looking at today. I was like, oh, I would get something like I don't fucking care. Like nobody cares about tattoos anymore. And like, who am I gonna be, a lawyer? No, maybe I could be.
Be the coolest fucking lawyer in town.
So maybe one day. We just need to find the right folks. Like like my brothers, both of them. They're both arms are fully tatted up, and they're younger than me. Fucking bastards.
Right. Yeah.
And they all have like their tattoo guys, and it's like I need a tattoo guy or girl. Either way. But that's not the only thing we were looking at today.
What are you looking at, buddy?
I was looking at rings for myself.
For yourself. Okay. Right.
Yeah.
You guys are talking about this. What are you leaning towards? What are you thinking about?
I mean, so Amber kept scaring me because of a lot of the black rings that I like are like the tungsten or that. Which one do you have?
Like the style?
Yeah.
It's I think it's like black metallic or something? Or
it's probably the one, because like all the ones that I like you can't modify it. It is what it is. Like if you gain weight, lose weight, they can't like cut it and resize it or anything. That's mostly like the gold and silver and stuff.
Black diamond ceramic is what.
Black diamond
is.
ceramic.
Yeah.
Oh, I did look at some ceramic ones today too.
Yeah.
So yeah, just trying to find it, because her ring is gold, and so I do want a little bit of gold in it, but I also just like black. So it's like, and I looked. I showed her a reference. I was like, this is what I'm thinking about. And I showed her the Gold Ranger from Power Rangers, because he's literally black and gold.
Oh, nice.
So like that's like the kind of vibe I'm going for. But we went to one place at the Burbank Mall today, and one of the guys we talked to like gave us a lot of really cool information about it, and I got kind of excited. Nice. And then she saw the prices. She's like, "Oh yeah, that's no problem." I'm like,
"That's what I was about to say. Yours way cheaper."
Yeah,
it's gonna be great. Yeah.
So I was like, "What's my budget like?" She's like, "Oh, the sky's the limit." I'm like, "Okay." I was like, "What if I get some diamond in mine?" But no, I don't like that. No.
Yeah, mine I think was paid for all on the day up. Like, whereas like the other one you gotta do like payment plans.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'm looking, and so yeah, we'll see.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Wait. Exciting.
Marriage, my fiance.
Get used to saying it yet? Still weird.
It still feels a little pompous and like oh, my fiance, like ask me when, but no, I don't think I've only had like one situation where I said like, oh, my fiance, blah blah blah, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I did have so we went to, after dinner yesterday, we went to one place like right next to the restaurant, and I was just trying on rings. I didn't know my ring size. I wanted to get it sized up or whatever. Yeah. I put it on my right hand. And I know. And she's like, "Well, it actually goes in your left hand." But she also was very sweet. She's like, "Well, some cultures actually do put it on the right hand."
You're like, "I knew that. I was testing you." And guess
I was just like,
"You're good at your job."
I was like, "Oh shit, sorry. I'm still new to the game." And I like threw it back on my other ring, on my other hand.
Nice.
But yeah. So yeah, we'll see. I'll get it eventually. But I can't like wear it until after I'm married or whatever. It's bullshit, right?
You can play with it, You can be like,
I'm gonna wear
see how it feels today.
Yeah. Because did you guys do like your wedding rings and then you do wedding bands, or?
Marissa has two. Yeah, she has a band and a ring. I just have my
just
ring.
The one. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Mm-hmm. Buy another fucking ring. Goddamn,
dude. Good thing, man.
All right. But that's it for me.
Yeah, that could be it for me too.
All right. Sick.
Yeah. It's all good. You want to do a summer movie preview, Chris? You want to break down what's coming out this year?
Oh, yeah, I guess so. Yeah, we can.
No, I was just joking. I mean, I brought sunglasses just in case. I don't know if I had it right here. I was going to be like, summer movie preview.
I
don't have
not unfortunately, but like for work, I've had to do a lot of research just into like all the so I like know everything that's coming out this summer.
Okay.
But I am very excited for a lot of stuff.
Okay.
Like Barbie. I do want to see that. Oppenheimer. Okay. I have seen The Flash. I talked about it already, but
we're talking about. I'll put the shades back on. Summer movie.
Oh no, we don't need to go.
No.
I think those are the only ones I'm really excited. I need to see Evil Dead Rise.
Okay.
I need to go out and see that.
Okay. Seagulls for summer.
Okay. Yeah.
You get it?
Yeah, I get it, Cody. I understand.
I have 20 other props ready for this segment, which I'm not prepared for. I promise.
Hold on, here. Let me find it. Let me find my template that I created. Apparently, everyone work uses, because I wrote down all the movies that are coming out this summer.
Okay.
All right. So we have Guardians 3, Fast X, Little Mermaid.
Okay.
Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. I'll probably end up seeing that one in theaters. Transformers.
I keep forgetting there's another Transformers movie.
I do want to see that one. Elemental. The Flash, Indiana Jones, of course.
Okay.
Insidious, Fear of the Dark. Great album.
The trailer just came out for that. I didn't watch it, but I heard the trailer.
I thought there was like 2 for that. Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning, Part 1.
Right. That'll be the best movie ever made. Can't wait.
Barbie and Oppenheimer coming out the same weekend.
It'll be wild.
Ballsy. Yeah. The Marvels, which, why is that getting so much hate? It looks delightful. Oh, is it just because of Brie Larson?
Yeah, just people with Brie Larson.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem.
That's the animated one, right?
Yeah. Meg 2, The Trench, which I didn't get to see footage for this at CinemaCon, but I saw descriptions of it, and it sounds fucking awesome.
Okay.
Like Jason Statham.
Are there 2 Megs?
There's like multiple Megs. Jason Statham in like a mech suit. a Meg like
Wait,
eating
what?
yeah, like he's in like a mech suit fighting Megs. I'm like
a Pacific Rim type.
Yeah, I think so.
Thing?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay.
Haunted Mansion, Gran Turismo, Blue Beetle. That's all the summer.
Okay.
That's all the summer. Yeah.
I'm excited for those.
So
Haunted Mansion, I'm stoked for.
I did see the trailer, by the way, for The Exorcist.
Oh.
At CinemaCon.
Look okay?
It actually looks pretty cool. Yeah.
Okay.
They cut the trailer. I don't know when they'll release it, but they cut the trailer to like towards the end in the style of how the first original movie trailer was, with like the black and white, like fade to white kind of thing.
Oh.
So it looked kind of interesting. Some of the stuff there's some cheesy stuff, like with what's her name? Laurie Bernstein? Who
Ellen
played
Burstyn?
Ellen Bernstein. Thank you.
Burstyn?
Yeah. Who played Chris McNeil. There's some kind of cheesy lines, but whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks pretty cool. They also showed us, Cody, get ready for this, the new Trolls movie trailer.
Oh, I'm
Justin Timberlake and Anna Kendrick both came out and talked about this.
Okay, but how I gotta know like where it falls into after Trolls World Tour. Like, I mean,
Cody,
those big developments there.
They're so early in the process that half of the effects weren't even finished.
It's unacceptable.
But it looked amazing regardless.
We're gonna need a first look at that immediately.
I know. You would have lost your mind. I think Justin Timberlake was drunk or something because he was.
Do we know if Barb's coming back? Do we know if Barb, the rock music troll, is she coming back?
I don't know.
What do you know? You don't know anything about the plot.
I don't know anything about the Trolls
you?
Movies. No, I'm sorry. No. I just know that during CinemaCon when Vin Diesel came out, he went off.
Okay, I heard about
He
this.
went off script.
What happened there? He just was like, he didn't want the teleprompter?
Yeah, no, he's like, I'm going to talk to... I don't know why I'm talking like Stallone, but he was like, I'm going to talk to you like... He basically said, like, I'm not going to read off the teleprompter. I'm going to be real. Like,
okay, I want you to, when you have time, Google this image of, I think it was at the Kentucky Derby. It was Vin Diesel, Tom Cruise, and somebody else, but they took a photo together.
Oh, I did see that. Yeah.
The thumbs up, and like how much he was flexing his arm, it looked like. It looked great. Anyway.
Yeah. It was great because, like, he had, let me see, he had Tyrese, the dude who played, the dude from Tokyo Drift that died and like came back. I forget his name.
Right.
And then like Michelle Rodriguez, and then who's his sister? Who's that actress?
Jordana Brewster?
Yeah. So the four of them were out there. They go through the whole Fast and Furious franchise, like summing it up one by one, and then they go through all 9. And then finally we get to Fast X, and then they get shoved off, and it's just Vin on stage. He's like, it could only be me. And he's wearing all white. He's got a giant X on his back. And then they like kind of offhandedly said like, this is Fast X Part 1. But they're not marking it as Part 1. I think I
want them to call the next one Fast 10 Part 2, because I think that's just funny. That's just a funny title.
Mm-hmm.
Man, cool.
But yeah, it was very odd. Like he would speak and he would pause for applause, and we're all like, and it was, and then it got very quiet, and then all of a sudden you just hear, and it was Jeff Snyder in the fucking corner. You could clearly hear that it was Jeff Snyder snickering. It was great. It's very funny. But that's it for me.
Okay.
All right.
We got some sound bites then, buddy.
Patreon shout outs here. $15 and up if you want to get your shout out here on this here podcast. You ready?
Yep.
All right. Aaron Woodley. 21 jumping my ass. Alec Remler Young.
Penis. We got that one down. 23 is penis. Penis is if it's plural. I think it's just singular though.
Alexis Lopez. Ooh, a little bit of tongue action. I like it. Arcadio Castellanos.
Oh yeah.
Billy Storley.
Batambois?
Bobby Mitchell.
Brandon
Lindsay. He's got a huge penis.
Oh.
And he's British, and that doesn't correlate that much. Brian Arsenal.
Damn it, I keep bringing that one in. That's that old fucking spoof I did. Brian Arsenal, you said?
Yeah, obviously. Because have you heard of Depth of Field? Brian D.
Fuck!
Brian Garcia.
What's the symbol for gold?
Money!
Chris Jones.
Grandpa's feeling a little frisky today.
Cindy Perez. Hi, Cindy.
Go!
Claire Stefan.
Don't expect full happiness all the time. Just little spurts of happiness here and there. Because if you get a little bit here and there, I think that's enough.
Connor Kennedy.
HBO's got the hits. Have you guys like went through that library? I was like trying to figure out a word.
Aletta Marie 10.
I saw you on the ESPN.
FS1138.
I should listen more.
Harley Payne. Kiefer Sutherland is going to be on your ass.
I don't remember.
I don't remember. Yeah, I was like, what?
James Sutherland's coming for you.
James Lavario.
LaHyatt.
Jason Harvey.
Live your best life, man. Go out there, just swing some dick once in a while.
John Noto. By the way, hit the like button, subscribe, do all those things, please. Justin Dan, who on Nguyen.
Maui Wowie.
Carl Soderbeck.
And I felt bad that you weren't able to come.
Cadburger.
That's Julie!
Kyle Johnson.
Oh!
Maris Thornton.
Oh.
Michael Bittner.
Oh!
Nick Reeves.
I can't wait for you to play with this.
Oh, we're going to play with it so hard. Nick Wade.
I want you to know that during that soundbite, I turned down the volume.
I did hear that. Yeah.
It was at like 1 bar and it was still fucking loud. That was wild. All right. What was it?
Ramon Cock.
Yeah, suck it, Brian. Suck his balls.
Real Snack Stacks.
So suck it, Brian. Yeah.
Ruben 25.
What's up? I'm Anthony Green. This is Circus Survive.
Sang Lay.
By the way, this poll stays up for 24 hours.
Senior Film. Sergio Castaneda.
Imagine learning how to, like, track footprints in the dirt. That's cool, man.
I'd imagine you just look.
Stephanie Merritt.
What about you guys watching anything? Ken, what are you into right now? You into bunny porn?
Terry Stockwell.
What the fuck is up?
TJ Jones.
Why is it so big?
Tyler Eklund.
So many different Spider-Man in the Spider-Verses, but not a Mexican one.
Yeah, what's up with that, Cody?
And finally, Wiley Todd.
Women are important, Cody.
There it is, folks. Hey, thank you all so much for joining us here. Make sure you are hitting the like button, subscribing to the channel if you never subscribed before, because a lot of you don't subscribe. There's a percentage. Hey, what do you got to hide? I don't know. So make sure you guys.
Were you rapping over you guys rapping?
Yeah, because Brian's was terrible.
Was fascinating.
I was trying something. Brian has no skills whatsoever. So yeah, do all the things. Patreon, subscribe, hit the like button, leave a comment.
So suck it, Brian.
What are we titling this episode?
Ooh, I don't know.
Something about the writer's strike.
We did a good chunk. Yeah, maybe the strike or like the Jedi one.
Okay.
Whatever's
popping, cool kids. Whatever's popping. There you go. So leave a comment down below on anything. Are you enjoying Jedi Survivor? What are your thoughts on the writer's strike? Do you think AI is the future? Let us know. And yeah, so we'll see you all next time.
This is where I disappear, right? I'm not here anymore.
You're gone. Oh, he gone. Brought to you by my
penis. We got that one down. 23 is penis.
Corey Taylor, Uncle Sam shirt.
Oh, nice.
This one's fake. I haven't worn this one in forever. It says people. This is not an actual Uncle Sam shirt. Relax. It says people equal shit. It's one of their songs.
Yeah.
Naturally, Yeah. I am not seeing them this year. They're not playing.
They're not.
No, Corey Taylor's off on his own right now.
He's doing his own thing.
Doing his own thing.
Christian.
Yes.
I got my hair cut.
Oh, I did too. I got mine before you. I'm sorry. I know we were going to coordinate.
It's okay. You
don't like it?
I don't know. I never do. I never do like it.
Let it grow in.
We'll see. I'm hoping in like a few weeks it'll grow into something nice.
Use some gel.
We'll see what happens.
We'll have a good time. Yeah, it'll be fine. Yeah. All right. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button. Hit those buttons on the side. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Batambois?